So I returned my copy of Vice City and kept their copy of San Andreas, even though they had the stickers and shit, and they never said anything. But then like a week later, my mom bought me the game for my birthday, so like I had 2 copies of it, and I couldn't say anything, and I didn't know what to do, and then I really wanted Vice City back, and I didn't know what the fuck to...
God will get you somehow. That's what my mom always used to say. God will get you somehow. Doesn't matter how.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I was a nerd, but like, a weak nerd, not a smart nerd. Even though like I was a nerd and I didn't have a lot of friends, I was always really competitive. So I was just trying to be the best at whatever like fad or like game my school was playing at the time, be it like Crazy Bones, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblades, like shit like that. Stuff like that. I'm trying to better myself and not cuss all the time. So that was for me, not for you. At the end of junior high, I just switched schools to a school where nobody knew me, and it just kind of like worked for a bit. But then like after a while, like everything kind of catches up to you, right? Like I was kind of pretending to be somebody I wasn't, and I really didn't like myself until I started just like kind of getting back into the old, like playing fucking card games and video games and just like doing whatever authentically made me happy. It wasn't always games, you know, it was just kind of like doing me as opposed to what I thought I was supposed to be doing. I was always good at like sports and stuff, and like I made like basketball team and like volleyball. I was on the wrestling team, but I was still like a nerd and wasn't friends with those kids on the team. Other than that, like I didn't really hang out with too many people. So I think from like an outsider's perspective, they may have just thought I was a jock when really like I didn't even fit in there. I was just kind of get like pushed into categories, I feel, before people like get the chance to like know me. The label's just so easy to use. You ever met someone that puts a label on you and then gets to know you, but they still keep that label on you? It's like, man, you're good at sports. And you're like, no, I'm not. And you're like, no, I can tell. And you're like, no, really not. Once I stopped like telling myself what I thought I would be, you're almost like tricking yourself when you do that. You tell yourself for so long things are a certain way that in your head they just become that way. And you don't let yourself grow when you're just like telling yourself how to be. I kind of think of it like, you know that person like most people have, this the one person where no matter what, when you see them, it's gonna be fun. It doesn't even matter what you're doing. You can be going to Disneyland with this person and it's the best time ever. Or your plans can fall through and you end up drinking a 6-pack of Lucky at a park and it's the best time ever. Because going into that situation, you had the mentality this was gonna be awesome, this was gonna be fun. So if you go into every situation like that, it's just always gonna be fun. The experience is only gonna be as rich as you let it be. It's like what you can add, not what can the situation do for you. Growing up, like I was put on medication for my ADHD very early. In hindsight, it was kind of like, well, he's hyper, so we need to put him on medication, but I was in kindergarten. Kids in kindergarten are hyper. You throw a kid in a room with 30 other kids and they've never been in a room with 30 other kids, what do you think is gonna happen? It's a pretty quick and easy solution to be like, oh, we'll just give him some medicine and then, hey, he's sitting still now, he's not running around, and you know what I mean? And then so it's kind of like, I feel like now, if that hadn't happened at that early age, I could have been a completely different person than I am now. And it's not that I'm resentful of that or anything, it's just food for thought.
Lil Punch felt to school like a phantom limb, but the cool ones didn't like the kid.
Wow.
The bullies had him fidgeting.
Wow.
He's never really fitting in.
Wow.
Raised by TV, Mickey Mouse wasn't dissing him. Walt had him listening, Malcolm X in the middle in. Stockton didn't get him, so it's Boxville or Ritalin. But now having a Betsy, I'm getting brain like on your mind. That's what you Rexing me, I'm super rare like hard to find. Free my mind's a redesign, hungry on my Gandhi grind. What you expect from me, the Einstein is off the kind. Haters take shots, they're mentally ill for attention, they're thrills. But these bitches don't realize they feeding me kills. To me, I can't best believe that I will. The amount of hate in this world's unreal. No sensitivity, man, I'm get real. It's hyperactive, you boy, you bill. Little bit of creativity, but at least you sit still. Fuck that, I'm fast on the track, Mario Andretti. I'm a dog, did you fuse? Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Can't fill my shoes, my moves are set ready. I got big Reeboks, if you bop and rock steady.